Hey friend, I'm Kat. Welcome to the channel in today's video where we have a ridiculously huge stack of palettes that I kind of want to go over that are just like giving me summerish vibes. So all of these I can say 100% guarantee these are old palettes. These are not ones that are new and hot and popularly talked about, I guess, but they're ones that maybe are sitting in the back of your drawer and something that maybe you haven't reached for in a while, and this could be the inspiration you need to kind of bring these out for summer. I really have like significantly reduced my makeup consumption over the last few years, and really like going through them for videos like this really reminds me of why I do not need to go buy all of the hot new fun things, because I have so many palettes, I have so many makeup products, and just so many things that I could be using otherwise, and I'm sure many people who are watching this will have the exact same. So very much take today's video as inspiration to just take a look at your own collection and grab anything, that's giving you those summer vibes, and maybe just do a little shop your stash to see if there's something that you might, be excited to use. So a lot of these, like I said, they are old. There's a very good chance that some of these are no longer carried and there's no chance you can get. I am sorry about that. But also, like, if you can't get them, maybe just use that inspiration vibe to look through your collection as well and see if there's something that has similar colors, similar vibe to it, and something that you might want to grab instead. And yeah, we'll just get into this because I have a lot of palettes. I really just went through my drawers and grabbed every single thing that was giving me, just like any inspiration, any kind of summery feeling, and anything that I feel like I would be super excited to be using in the upcoming months. So in no order, these are truly like not ranked in any way, not a particular order. We'll get into them. I'll tell you if I have thoughts, I'll tell you about some of them, but yeah, this is just gonna be an overview of palette with a summery vibe. And also, before we get into it, would love if you would consider subscribing if you haven't already. Also, I have my Instagram link down below, which is _lipsticklife, same name as here, and down below we'll also have my book channel and my bookstagram, so feel free to check me out on any of those if you haven't already. And with that, let's look at the palettes. So I'll start with the one that I have in my eyes today, which is Wild Chameleon by Huda Beauty. And this is not my normal color story by any means. I am not a warm tone person, but I kind of like how it turned out today. And I do have to say, like, just something about this is giving me really like, I don't know, warm roses, something. But I'm really feeling like this is potentially a time for warm tones more than any. I know a lot of people do really warm in fall. Maybe this is my time. I just really enjoy this color combination. I randomly grabbed it today and I am deeply happy that I did. Also say I did film this look and it should be, if not already, coming soon on shorts. So yeah, really enjoy this. This is such a fun like red shimmer, and yeah, just I saw this color. What is potentially like my all-time favorite palette that I own, that is Flower Punk. I don't think this is sold anymore, but this is, I will say, maybe more springy, but flowery garden. And just something with this color combination is so unique to me, and it is one that I really have not seen replicated this well. And just every bit of these colors screams flower, screams garden, screams like just something beautiful to me. And these combinations work so well. So we have like all these murky greens, beautiful pinks, and then the mints. You would not expect them to work as well as they do, but I find that these just give like the most wonderful, gorgeous, flowery vibe. And I need to bring this out more. I haven't used it in a hot minute, and I will say it is like probably my all-time favorite palette, and I do not use it often enough. One of the issues of having a big collection that I am not very excited about anymore. This is not only old, it is also from a brand that is no longer operating. So this is Le Jardin by Musée Beauty. They then renamed to Kylev and have since gone out of business. So this one, garden, this is floral garden 100%. We have all the beautiful like lilacs and lavender shades. We have the leafies, and then we have our pink peonies. And yeah, this 100% just adds to a perfect garden look. Even though this brand is no longer in operation, has not been for a long time, I still own quite a few of their palettes because I love them so much. And it truly is just like, the perfect summer vibe. They also have the best color stories ever to match their themes. They're all based off of paintings / different periods in art, and like you can't tell me that's not like the best representation of the artwork ever. The Oceanic palette by Ace Beauté, I don't know what's going on with them. I don't even know if they're still operating, but this is 100% sea, and I know it's like oceanic obviously, but this has so many fun pops of like fun vibrant blue, in particular also like greens. This is like the most fun vibrant green you could ever put on, and that is 100% the vibe I'm going for this year too. Like I want bright greens. I want bright greens, but also this periwinkle shade Valley, so nice. Truly like a light wash of blue on the lids, and it just looks insanely beautiful, especially in the summer. Yeah, something about like blues and greens to me just scream summer, and maybe it's just again water and gardens, all of that. Those are the vibes I want. This 100% accurately represents. Don't know if you can get this anymore. I think you can, but this is probably the best palette I've ever tried from them in particular. Lush Life from ColourPop. You'll see a recurring theme too of like anything that's kind of garden garden-y slash outdoorsy themed. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, and this, the background is a little rough with the lighting, but it's just very, very garden-y, very tropical forest. And again, I'm incredibly drawn to this super, super bright green. The darker greens match it so perfectly. These warm tones, again, this is the one time that I really, really get on board. This absolutely gives tropical forest, and you can't tell me like this is not the most perfect thing in the world to wear. An incredibly random choice, but Frosted Flakes palette from Glamlight. I'm gonna say we're going entirely because of the blues, and in particular these two light blues. I think that that is what is really, really giving me the summer excitement. And I've been wearing this a lot more recently. Like I've worn it I think twice in the last few weeks, and again, like really, really focused on the blues, and just so fun, so fun. Something about a light blue shimmer right now is incredibly fun, incredibly like just exciting on me. It's kind of fun because I keep like the amount of palettes I pulled out are really concerning. Fairy Tale Fairies by Simply Posh. You cannot get this anymore, and they've recently announced that they are not restocking any of their palettes because the demand just isn't there and it's not worth it for them. But if you do happen to have this again, it is the name Fairies very, very perfectly matches this because it does give very ethereal, very fairy vibe. And especially when we look at like these shimmers down the middle, these are all so, so stunning. They really, really are like very, very extra special shimmers as well. And I really have like been enjoying just doing a light pastel on the lid on topped with like a very special sparkly shimmer shade, and just it's such a simple thing to do but works so, so well. Fresh Prince palette by Glamlight. Very random. We're doing it entirely for this green and this pink. These two again, so not only bright colors, neons are what I want in summer, and these absolutely give neon vibe. I've gotten so many compliments. Like I've on many occasions just worn this green only on my eyes and nothing else, no shimmers, nothing else, and I've gotten so many compliments on it, and it is just such a fun green shade. It goes very lime green slash a little neon, and just incredibly fun. Also, vibrant pinks, you can never go wrong with a neon pink. The Yucca palette from Natasha Denona. This again gives very, very similar vibes to what I was saying earlier with the Lush Life of it, very like tropical forest to me. And in particular, like these are very foresty. This kind of gives the tropical vibe. And this one, it's a little disappointing because it doesn't end up being like as vibrantly yellow as I want on the eyes, but the rest of it, like just all these shimmers and these murky greens, again, giving me very, very forest. This is more of one I would randomly say is a rainy summer day slash just a cloudy day that's not too warm, but murky greens work so, so well for that. This is also easily like my favorite Natasha Denona palette. I truly don't think that there is any others that she has that compare to how good this one. The Flora Story palette from Odin's Eye, and this is collaboration with Makeup Just for Fun. This, you know, I might feel a little repetitive, but this is giving very, very garden to me. Garden with like lighter muted purples that are still very like just light flowers in there, like the non-vibrant but just really nice pretty purple flowers. Don't know where I'm going with that, but this is absolutely garden coated to me. And again, we're going back to I just want green. I want green all over my lid. That's all I want. I really, really do love these mauve shades. I will have to say, like, mauve is probably my favorite shade to actually wear on my lids on like just day-to-day basis, what I wear to the office and stuff. And these are very, very stunning. But this combination of mauve and green just really, really works so, so well. And I love this palette. This might be a slightly unpopular option because I know these did not go well and not a lot of people like, but the Color Block palette from Huda Beauty in the blue and green color, I love this. I think that this is really underrated. And I think a lot of people's issues, the shades, no, they're not as vibrant as you kind of think. And the cake liner wasn't really that intense slash that interesting, but this combination of blue and yellow slash some greens really, really worked for me. And I've created some intensely beautiful looks with this. So again, we're going, I want blues, and blue and yellow is just such an underrated color combination that more people need to do. I think it always just turns out so, so nice when it's done. I'm going to mention two Sydney Grace palettes, which when this video is going up, I'm not sure if it started yet, but their Christmas and July sale coming very soon. Don't know if these ones will be available, but you know, just take a look at the sale. They always release a ton of new palettes as well and a bunch of new products. I usually end up buying a few things from every sale because the prices cannot be beat, and I really, really love their formula. So this is Sweet Indulgence, and it is just very candy. So again, these tones of nudes are just ones that I really, really enjoy. today. And I do like that we have like the slight, like a little pops, a little green, a little purple. They're just like fun little pops to add into this color combination, and really, really enjoy this palette overall. And Raspberry Kiss, it doesn't really match the same vibes I've kind of been saying with other things, but it is a very like raspberry pinky nude palette, which I think is beautiful. And if you're gonna go for nudes, why not go for pink nudes, you know? Like, why not do that this summer? But this is probably, I think this is my favorite Cindy Grace palette I have. Really, really, really good. Then Oldie from ColourPop. Again, let's go very neutral, but mauve neutrals, and very pretty, very pretty. If you're not into huge bursts of colors, these are definitely some fun shades. I don't wear glitters, so I don't use this, but it is stunning. And yeah, just very neutral, very just like a basic going to work kind of look when you use this, but I think that that's perfect. And again, why not use something kind of pinky if you're going to use a neutral? Another ColourPop palette. This one's the So Very Lovely, and I'm including this. So very, very similar vibes to that one. Kind of including it entirely because I love this purple so much. But again, neutrals, you have a few like little pops of color to kind of like give it a little neutrals with a twist. Like you do have this, when I say apricot, I think it's, I don't know, more orangey, the purple, the gold, like just a few things. These are also, we can say purple, a little more pinkish. So just like neutrals, but a little bit more elevated. And I do think this one is intensely fun. Okay, yes, this is winter themed. It is the Game Beauty Fantasy Palette, more winter themed, but we're going to include it because of the pastels. And again, really, really in particular, these pastel blues slash, I know these are not pastels, but just these blues. And I am such a big proponent of blue eyeshadow. If that is not clear, I don't know how that would not be. But this is one that, I don't know, I'm feeling it's just fun. It's very, very fun. Pastels are fun. And this absolutely just has some really fun color combinations that you can make and just really, really fun looks that you can do with it. Okay, we're actually at the final palette, which is the Dragon Fruit palette from Cleona, which again, fruit themed, hell yes, we need that. And this is just an all shimmer palette with a bunch of different shimmer formulas. Cleona, which they are like the shimmer queens. There is no other way to describe them. They just have some of the most unique, like multi-chrome and glittery shades. But yeah, these are all mostly pinks. Like we do have greens, which add a little bit more pop, a little more summery pop, purples, more raspberry tones. But all of these overall can be used as such an incredible enhancement to basically any palette you use. I really am a fan of using like neutrals and then just adding like a shimmery, one of these shimmers all over the lid. I think it looks so pretty every single time I do it. And these formulas are all top notch. Like there's none of them that miss, none of them that I don't like. Every single one of them just look unbelievably beautiful every time you use. So with that, those were very, very quickly just running through some of the palettes that I grabbed in my drawer and that I think give summer vibe. I think any one of these, if you were to use, could do the most beautiful summery look ever. And they're definitely going to be things that I'm really going to be rotating for the next little bit and really trying to reach for a lot more. I'm really notoriously bad for not shopping my stash and not like just using a lot of the things I have, but we're going to be trying to do that. We're going to be really, really trying to make a concerned effort to actually grab these things and have fun, use a lot of these fun summery tones. So thanks for watching today's video. No, it's quick, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, if you haven't already subscribed, would love if you would consider doing so. And hopefully I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye.